What's good, YouTube? We're back with another video. Same thing, different day. Back in the room with no editor. Stop playing with them. This one shake, one take, one shot from stream. You know what I'm saying? Please follow the stream or follow the Instagram. Follow something, man. Like and subscribe, please. But today, I'm here with the most impactful rookies of the NBA season that's coming up. And the reason I wanted to do this video because I feel like there's many different ways we could say impactful. Like the most impactful they may be on their team, the most impactful they could be in a certain lineup that makes them more impactful than another player on a different team to help them win a championship. The most impactful just because there's nobody else to have the ball, score the ball, use the ball, because there's nobody else better than them on their team. You get me? So there could be many different how do you say explanations to why another player will be more impactful than whoever's below them or above them. You get what I'm saying? But if y'all like the video, please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank y'all. But the first person we're going to get to honorable mention first, because I didn't want to just get to the list. It's 10 players besides the honorable mention. But first player as the honorable mention, we got Liberian Phylon. The reason that I would say Phylon could be one of the most impactful rookies out of this draft is because they did just sign Anthony Simons, but at the same time, he still could fit and play off the ball and on the ball. And I feel like with the amount of ball pressure that they may have in the first starting unit, off the bench, he could bring a lot of pressure off of Maxey, a lot of pressure off of VJ, a lot of pressure off Embiid, because you could play any one of them in the lineup with him and Jaylen Brown. You get me? And that's why he could knock an open shot down. He could play make. He could run a play make with. He could run a pick and roll with Joel Embiid. He could pass off the ball. He could get the ball, shoot open shots. Like he also knows how to run the lanes. He also knows how to run transition. Just a great guard to me. He's a great guard. I feel like he was a great pickup by Philly, but I feel like it also makes it harder now because they did get Simons. That's the only reason why I feel like it is a little harder now for him. But I still think he could be very great in this league. But let's get into the list. At number 10, many of y'all may not know him. Many of y'all may know him. This was my sleeper of the draft for sure. One of the best games that I've seen in terms of watching in college, watching the highlights. A great player to me, or could be a great player. Abuka. Hold on. Abuka. Yeah. Abuka. A great playmaker, one of the best scorers in the draft, a good shooter, great moves, insane bag for just I think a 20-year-old. I think he's 20. And then I feel like he'll be very impactful or could be impactful to Detroit because the one thing Detroit has been needing for the past couple of years is a scorer. They need somebody to take the load off Cade Cunningham with the Detroit Pistons being a heavily defensive team, especially after they lost Malik Beasley, and then you lose Jaden Ivey. Like, they just keep losing players that could put the ball in the rim. So getting Ibuka was definitely a good pick if you're able to get him to fit right with Cade Cunningham and get his confidence up to score at least. I think he could really score 15 in this league. A game right now. With Cade Cunningham right next to him, yes. Cause off the double, easy shots. He could easy shots, average 4 assists. And a lot of people may say it's crazy because his size, but I feel like on a heavy size team like Detroit that hustles and plays defense, he's a guy that doesn't have to play the most defense in that lineup. He just has to make sure he knocks down shots. He has to knock down shots. That's all he has to do. Knock down shots and play make. And he can't be too much of a defensive liability, but you know what I'm saying? They really need offense on their team. That's what they've lacked multiple of the playoff series they've been in and in the heavy games they've been in the regular season, even though they were the number one seed in the East this year. But I feel like for Cade needs somebody to be able to get him off the ball so he won't be tired because Cade plays both sides of the ball. He also guards the best players a lot of the times. So I feel like a player like Ibuka, if he actually transforms and how do you say gets to the the best player he could be in the league, he could really help Cade. And I feel like he could help Cade right now if the coach just finds the best ways where Ibaka could affect. I mean I said affect. Oh my god, affect in the game plan and in the game. Next, we got. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Shebang. Aday Mara. Now you may ask, how could Aday Mara be the ninth most impactful player in this draft? Well, in my thought process, when you're a 7-footer that just came off the Big East Defensive Player of the Year and a natty, and then you're going to a team that won a chip 2 years ago and just went to the Western Conference Finals, I think you're pretty good, buddy. Like I think you're gonna fit in pretty good. Cause the fact that he's able to just plug and play right next to two big men that just won a championship, the thing that he may aspire to be, and he had to play a lot of offense last year in terms of distributing the ball from the perimeter, in terms of like off ball screens from when somebody was cutting to the basket or from the block or from the free throw line. He doesn't have to do any of that. He doesn't have to distribute nothing. Nothing has to go through him. He doesn't need to pass the ball. He doesn't need to do any of that. He literally has to block shots, grab rebounds, and get in the pick and roll. That's it. So that's why I feel like he could be very impactful because he doesn't have that much pressure on him like he did last year. He's a third string center on the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he was the Big East Defensive Player of the Year. Anytime you put him in the game, he can affect the game. Anytime, just based off experience. Now, when you just talk about his accolades and his gameplay, he is a defensive stopper any point of the game. At any point of the game, you put him in the game, he could stop anybody. Not in terms of stopping people at the perimeter. I'm just saying deferring their shots. And that's what you need in this league where it's also the 3-point, how do you say? 3-pointers are very, very crucial in the NBA, but we are seeing how do you say, a change in which heavy guard play and heavy forward play is becoming the forefront of the league and how people are winning championships. Karl-Anthony Towns, the starting center of the New York Knicks, was just a 7-footer. He wasn't 7'6". He was 7. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't Jalen Brunson, the Finals MVP. He was 6'1", 6'2". So it's like the play in the league is getting more towards getting to the basket, and now OKC puts the third 7-footer on their team that was just a Big East Defensive Player of the Year, and he's not going to be impactful into their rotation or how they play. Stop it. It's going to be easy for this kid to play. I'm not going to lie. Easy. Lobs, blocks. He's going to catch a ton of rebounds. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be easy. And then especially for him to figure things out, the best person for him to figure things out for the type of way he plays in terms of making his teammates better, passing on the ball off the plays, and actually at the free throw line or at the how do you say, top of the key, it would be Isaiah Hartenstein, a player that does that at a multitude for 3 to 4 years now at a high level. That's why I feel like he could also be very impactful because he could learn very easy with Hartenstein. Because Hartenstein is damn near the same player as him. He just better at defense than Hartenstein and rebounding to me at his young age. Not probably Hartenstein is better than him right now. I'm just saying at his age, he's most likely definitely better than Hartenstein. He was the Big East player, defensive player of the year. Like, come on. But let's get to the next player. Number 8, and I know this may be a curveball. I know you're gonna say I'm crazy, I'm tripping, but remember, this is my list. Mine's, okay? Alright. Malik Thomas, the best summer league player. Remember that. A second round player was the best summer league player, even though a lot of the first round players played the same amount of games as him, played the same amount of minutes, had the same amount of opportunity. And he averaged damn near 30. The reason why I feel like he'd be an impactful in the Cavs is because if you actually have been looking at the Cavs' recent trades through the years and what they have done to get better. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to figure out how to edit this. I'll be right back. All right, YouTube. If I edit it correctly, I should be right back at this point. I'm sorry, but my reasoning for picking Malik Thomas as the eighth most impactful player for the rookies in the next couple of years or the next year, it would be because one, he was the best summer league player, and the fact that he was the best summer league player is impactful because he got the same amount of games or the same amount of, how do you say, playing time as other first rounders, and they didn't do as much with their opportunity, especially being on a team with a couple NBA players that actually have played, that may be in their third, second year, and still flourishing better than them, playing better than them, and the system going through him. I feel like that's definitely a thing that we have to look at and athlete take, how do you say, for consideration and look at. And the fact that for the last 2 years, if you look at the way the Cleveland Cavaliers have traded or moved with their roster, first they get Ty Jerome, try to fix in the bench points that they may need when Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are out. And then they also try to get Lonzo Ball, and both those things did not work. As they try to get a player that'll come off the bench and keep the load that Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland is putting up in terms of points or facilitating. And now Malik Thomas could step right in, being a 6'5" guard, playing, playmaking, scoring, hitting open shots, and being experienced as being one of the best players in the nation when he was in high school, being one of the best players in the draft. But he still fell, sadly, and now he's on the Cavs. And I really feel like he could really, really have an impact on this Cavs team because he feel like he has something to prove. And also because when you need that spark off the bench, you need that spark to keep the team going, especially when you need a spark when you're up 15 and it's getting a comeback. You need young players like this that'll go out there and just get a bucket. Make sure they get a bucket. That's why I feel like he'll be the eighth most impactful player this year, because he's exactly what the Cavs needed for the past couple of years. Now, holy jeez, if we get to 7, this is gonna throw a lot of y'all off too. It's gonna throw y'all off, but it's okay. Because again, this is my list, right? My list. Remember, my list. Mine's. And nobody better say, I see it too. I need to get a cut. Chill. We good. We pan it down quick. We good. I'm gonna give our cuts. Chill though. Look. Oh my god, I keep doing that. My fault. I keep flashbacking y'all. Number 7, Braden Burries. Many people will ask, who is Braden Burries, might you ask? Braden Burries is one of the best players in this draft. A Devin Booker build, a renowned, experienced player that was one of the best players on a Final Four team. Actually, the highest player drafted off that Final Four team. And he actually performed well in Summer League. Now, you may ask, why do all these things matter to me? Because one, the Bucks obviously believed him. Oh my God, oof, Jesus! They obviously believed in him based upon the fact of their guards in their room with Kevin Porter and what's the other guy name? I forgot the other guy name. I forgot the other guy name, but he's good too. Feel me? With both of those heavily good guards, and they still pick another guard, that shows how much they may believe on Braden Burries. You get what I'm saying? And his build, the way he can shoot, the way he can play make, the way he can play defense. He doesn't really have no weaknesses in his game. It's just that he's the oldest freshman out of all the freshmen. So that's what makes him the least appealing. But a lot of people are going to be like, oh, how could he be impactful? How could he change anything when they're going to literally go like 0-82, the Bucks? The kid is gonna be impactful. Let me not say kid because he's probably older than me, even though I'm 21. But like age drop, you know what I'm saying? Age drop. He's gonna be impactful by also making a winning culture in the locker room by not just wanting to be a loser. He's not gonna change the franchise, but he's not gonna be a loser. So if they think he's gonna be a loser, if they think he's gonna go out there try to lose every game or try to just sit here, not score or not do anything, they are mistaken. This is a guy that just went to the Final Four, and he was the leading scorer on his team going to the Final Four. He's not settling for less. He's not settling for nothing. But y'all tell me if y'all think Braden Burns is gonna be that. And also, I just like the build 6'6". I think he's like 6'6", 6'5", lean, good IQ, could shoot a jumper. I just see D-Book. Like, when I see him, I see D-Book. That's why I say impactful. I'm not gonna lie. I like his game. I'm not gonna lie. I like his game. Now, we're gonna get to the next one. Number 7. Oh, no. He was number 7. I was right. Number 6. Yaxel Lindenberg. A lot of people are gonna be like, why Yaxel? Like why Yaxel? Well, he's playing with the greatest shooter of all time. When you got a wing that could drive to the basket, score, put the ball on the floor, run through transition, play defense, and he's 24, I think he's gonna be pretty impactful. I think he's in the top 5 players or top 6 players of being impactful. Top 6. But a real reason why I'll give you, if I was to say based off his skill set, being with Steph Curry, having Jimmy Butler out, having Moses Moody out, he's going to need to drive to the basket. He's going to need to score for the Warriors to actually be in any type of playoff contention or even win games. And I feel like he had a lot of great players on Michigan, so he wasn't being able to be pushed to the actual best of his abilities. Now with Steve Kerr is going to push him to the best of his abilities. Seeing forwards like Harrison Barnes, Andre Iguodala, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, he's literally helped make great forwards into better players. So I think he's going to do a great job with Yaxel Lindenberg. And he's going to find a way for him to help Steph Curry get easier shots, get better shots, and I think he can have a chance to average 20 this year being next to Steph Curry. Being next to Steph Curry is going to take a lot of pressure off of him. A lot of pressure. But y'all tell me what y'all think. I think Yaxel is top 6 and most impactful player rookies this year. Number 5, the big 5. He really the big 4, but a lot of y'all gonna be tight. Be like, how could AJ be the 5th, like, most impactful player out of this draft? I would say impactful because there are a lot of players on other teams that they are literally the best player on their team, my guy. Like, there is nobody else. So when you got a player that's on the team with a champion and one of the best guards in the league that just got $210 million, I think that it's going to be other guys to take a lot of shots too. I think it's going to be, they're going to more want to find him to get in his best role to make sure that he's happy and doesn't leave out his rookie deal when he knows he's the number 1 pick and a generational talent, instead of just letting him do whatever he wants. They know he wants to win. They know the other players on their team wants to win, but they also know he wants to be successful. So I feel like he's going to be going through the 2 to the 4, seeing which best role he has with Trae Young and AD. But I feel like you also got to have context and actually know basketball around it. Like, AD has a contract coming up. This is a contract season. Any player in that contract season is going to want the ball, want to go crazy. So I feel like he's not going to have as much opportunities as other rookies. Does that mean he's going to be the least best rookie? Does that mean he's not going to win Rookie of the Year? No. It's just when you look at it from here, he does not have more of an opportunity than a lot of other guys that may be the best player on their team right now as a rookie. But I still think AJ is the number 1 pick for sure. Best player in the draft. I just think where he got drafted with AD, Trae, all those wings, it's gonna take him some time to figure it out. Not him. I feel like he's gonna flourish regardless. But for them as a team, I feel like they're gonna set certain players back, set him back certain games, just so they can understand how they are as a team and how they play together. Oh, it's number 5 though. Let's get to number 4. Number 4 is no. Wrong side. My fault. Shout out Yaxel. Caleb Wilson, the man with the crazy plan. The man who's trying to be like Michael Jordan. I can't blame him though. A lot of the old heads try to be like Mike. The reason why I always say Caleb has the fourth most chance or most impact on the team, or could have the most impact on his team out of the rookies, is because with Josh Giddey right there, the Giddler, being able to pass you the ball in the transition, looking for you on the wings while he's driving, is very easier than a lot of other guys what they may have, what they may be going through. You know what I'm saying? It is a lot way easier to get through, navigate, get open shots, get better shots than a guy that may be uh Abuka. When Abuka is fighting with Cade Cunningham, you get me? But Caleb Wilson, potentially wise, definitely best player on his team. Potential wise. Now, is he the best player on his team? No. Because he has Josh Giddey and Norman Powell. But those are also guys that help him flourish in the way he plays. A shooter and a playmaker. So every time he cuts, every time he's open, they're looking for him. That's why he's going to be very impactful. And it's also because I feel like he's the best wing on his team. I feel like Matisse Buzelis is not better than him, but he also complements him on the floor because you also have to worry about Matisse too. But yeah, I feel like Caleb is going to have a very good season. Especially with like, once those players get out the game in terms of Josh Giddey and they need help, Caleb is going to have to carry a load. Not saying he won't start, but he's going to have to carry a load in terms of playing very well so the leads won't be took by a team like Orlando or some shit. Like, he's going to have to play well, and I think he will, because there's not that many players on his team that is better than him, which is to my point of how these players can be impactful. Let me take a bite of this goat. Probably just ordered some food. I was hungry. I can't let it go cold. If you got this far, it really don't matter because, like, you give me the view already. I love you. Thank you so much if you got this far. I really love you. Genuinely. Next, though. Number 3. DP. I really think Darren Peterson is like the third most impactful player in this draft, to be honest, is because you got to understand what they told Keontae George. They told Keontae George, we're not extending you right now. And why do you think that? Why do you think they wouldn't extend their guard that just averaged 25 points? Because they have another guard in the draft that they just got that they think is very good. And what position he said he played? He said he plays point guard. Your position. So we're going to see if we're going to get to be able to get both of y'all to coexist. Or we may trade you. And for them to be doing that with Keontae George, a person that just averaged 25 points in the NBA, that shows me how much they believe in this kid and how much they're gonna run the game through him. Even though it should be run through him, even though he may be the best player on this team. To be honest, to me, I'm gonna keep it a buck. He might be the best player on this team. Even though I feel like AJ is number one, I'm just taking about pureness of the game. He's gonna get open shots. He's gonna get the game is gonna be easy for him. Game with Keontae with all around him, it's gonna be easy. Like, it's gonna be easy. It's not, the impact is gonna be there, not because he's a great player, but also because of how easy it's gonna be for him playing with Keontae, playing with Laurie, playing with Jaren Jackson Jr., playing with Ace Bailey. Like, come on, gang. This shit gonna be easy for him. Next, though, number 2. Now we're getting to the portion of where my definition of impactful, my real definition. Boozer, arguably the best college player last year. When you talk about accolades, you talk about actual everything. The reason I think Boozer will be the second most impactful player out of the rookies, it's just common sense. He's the best player on his team, bro. He's the best player on his team. Like, this is where we get to it. Name me a better player on the Grizzlies than Cameron Boozer right now. There's nobody better than him. Like, he was literally playing off the block mostly in college, literally at the posting up, passing it out. He's literally on the perimeter, tween cross, pull up, growl. He's literally on the perimeter, passing the ball off of off ball screens to the guards, going for the layup, going down the paint, passing it to the big man, going down the paint. Like, he's a guard. Like, it's just like he's in Jokic. He is in Jokic type. How do you say? Like, they're trying to play him like he's Jokic. Like, everything runs through him, through the perimeter. If he wants to shoot a three, he shoots a three. If he wants to go to the basket, he goes to the basket. If he wants to pass it out, he passes it out. But everything's going through him because he is the best player. Now, to the end of the video. If you stood this far, I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you. May you like, subscribe, comment. Thank God for you. Thank everything for you, man. You're great. You're great. You're amazing. The number one most impactful player of this season out of the rookies is the Big Five. Darius Acuff. Stop playing. He's the best player on his team, bro. Who is in Sacramento? Should I even have to explain this shit to you, bro? Should I even, like, DeRozan's traded. Sabonis gonna be traded. Levine's gonna be traded. Who is he gonna even pass the ball to, my nigga? Like, who does he have the ball pass to? Like, who? Who, gang? Who? How is he not the most impactful player in out of the rookies? Like, he literally has nobody else to pass the ball to. He literally has to score 20 so they don't lose by 100. Like, literally. That's how I look at it. If he doesn't go out there, average 20, and do what he do, they're going to lose by 100, gang. Like, they're going to lose by 100. It's not even a question. But if y'all enjoyed this video, man, if y'all like this video, oh, I'm sorry for the flashbang. Please come back. I have more videos for y'all to digest and eat y'all food while y'all watch YouTube. I love y'all. I promise I'm gonna get a cut. I know my shit looks crazy. I had on my bonnet for like 3 days. Chill, please. But I love y'all. Thank y'all. I'll be back on another video soon. We will be with an editor in like a year or two. Thank y'all. It's a good video. I'm telling y'all. Good video.